Module 3, coming to the end of it. Let's just have a look at where we've got to so far. In Module 1, we just talked about how we were going to paint, what we needed. You've got that in place. You've got a space that hopefully over the last few days, weeks, however long you've been spending on this, preferably weeks, you've got used to your space, you've got used to where to put things. It's like something that you go from, you go back to, you go from, you go back to, you notice the difference in the light, you notice whether you've got electric lights, windows, etc. So you get used to the light. One little trick with the space is, when I first came into this studio, it's got quite dim lighting. I don't know, it looks okay to you, but and then I thought about getting all this lighting, having it all like a gallery so I could really see every tiny little detail that I painted. And then it occurred to me, well, if people are going to buy my paintings, are they going to have this lighting in their house? Probably not. Some people will. I mean, especially if I get to the higher end of the market, which I'm not yet. People that can afford to do all that sort of stuff. But most people, especially where I live in Brighton, live in smaller houses, and it's quite dark. You know, so you want something that shows up in bad light. So you want to be able to see it anywhere. So my theory is I need to get my dark and light and my color harmonies. Now, I didn't think that to start with. Basically, I thought, can I afford to get loads of lighting in the studio? No. Actually, I just bought like a spotlight with natural light in it. And I quickly had this realization that I've just been explaining. So all of this stuff is part of your art practice, not just what you paint. It's like an understanding of the overall relationship of what you're doing. When you start to sort of include it into the whole of your outlook, then you get the benefits of it in the whole of your outlook as well. And you start to have interesting conversations with people about what they see, what they don't see, what they think about art, what they don't, etc., 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 whether they want paintings or don't want paintings. I mean, I've always loved visual art, but I've never bought loads of visual art. I've never had loads of visual art because I just, basically didn't really look at it in depth. Now, of course, I do, and I'm really interested. But I understand that lots of people don't. And that's fine. It's not like I expect people to suddenly change like I've changed. Anyway, all of this information is really, really useful, and it gets you outside of thinking that you are the center of the universe, or I am the center. That's just what it's done. I'm not the center of the universe. I'm part of the universe. And when I start to communicate and I'm part of the universe and I start to communicate through my paintings, guess what? Other people connect with it. And really, for me, that's what it's about. If it's not what it's about for you, and there's lots of different ways of looking at it, different debates, all equal, they've all optionally have like a reasonable argument. Great, that's fine. But what I feel is important is to add value to other people's lives through the pictures and paintings that I make. And that is my style of painting. I want people to have them in their house and for them to add joy and value to their environment. That's what I want. It may seem trite or not very important, but in the world that I see around me, then that's what I want to do. So that's my style of art. That's, as you can see, it's mostly pleasing. If you like Leonard Cohen or Prince, for example. Anyhow, that's my story. where we're at is we've started to make a relationship with the painting. We started to paint. We started to have these thoughts. We started to see what our position is and whether we want to carry on. You know, are we enthusiastic about it? Are you really enjoying it? Are you finding that you just can't get anywhere with it? If so, and you want to break through, if so, let me know. Let's see what we can do about it. That's where we are. So we're going to move on to module 4 and go into a bit more detail with some stuff. And yeah, enjoy. Thank you.